Subtitles Corporation.
That's crazy.
We have grown up in such severe conditions in mountains, therefore it's shown in our spirit. If to compare these 50 minutes which passed in a cage and to compare all this life which passed in mountains, then I consider it's incomparable. Why do you have best fighters in the world? Because of warriors lived in this area in the past. Because it was road to Europe and to Asia, and our people their whole life were at war, and it's in our blood. We lived together 15 brothers in the same house. My father made us train in the morning and in the evening. It was similar to army life.
March on! Habib, are you weak at escalations? March on! So I'll show you how to break the regime.
We go down, enough rest. In this hall, my first job as a trainer has begun. At that time, I had 4 balls. There was an exceptional room. I had sold 4 balls and begun the repairment of the hall. The first my investment in sport. It was well-fixed good fellows. Work is make unconscious. Now there's hitting. I have created conditions here. It was impossible to dream of it. There were 2 big flanks, water was heated, bathing with a mug. Back that time there was a cold water in stream only. Conditions were of course Spartan. The father constantly created competitions for me. In a house and in the gym and competitions always competed with the strongest. The father specially created with such conditions, so that or they could just break me or could I move further. Tradition which here to me passed from my trainer and so remained. It's clapping the hands, it's blow by a stick or a whistle. Each exercise is followed by the word at the end to add. Has added, has added, has added. He knew how many it's necessary to do. It's the first house which Nurmagomedov's family bought after resettlement from Tumadinsky district, the village of Sildi. Here we lived with the father, with mother. Also here my elder brother Abdulmanap married with Fatimatka. Here were born the children, the first son Magomed, after Habib, and the last one the daughter Amina. We lived in this 2-story house. Behind there was a garbage yard and set the task. Every day somebody had to clean it. So it was every day, early in the morning after exercising, they took out 3-4 buckets of garbage. Thus in 1.5 months they cleaned at all territory. 80 meters long and 14 meters wide. Someone presented to our close neighbor, Mr. Saidovich, 2 beers. One has died and the second remained. And Habib constantly played with this beer cup. and the Habib has begun to fight and be pushed with him, and then it has turned to fight automatically itself without noticing. Time well. Well done. Discipline and consistency. This was the main argument of our coaches, so all the training was written down. There were a lot of punishments. I said to the father I don't want to study, he punished. When my father explained to me with the words I didn't understand, with the fist I was understanding immediately. Because if he hadn't punished me, I think that I could have become the serious hooligan, for example. What's up? Enjoy your vacation. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Are there no more skewers? We almost never call this person, but he comes. Nobody even knows him by his name. Go. Hey, let's make a circle. Let's see. He could always give anybody a punch. As he always says, his record is on the streets better than in UFC and in a professional ring. He constantly put up these fights. He spoke to the elder cousins, bro. When we approach them, don't talk, just punch, we'll fight. From it, he derived some kind of pleasure. Who would like to play? Who wants to play? Who wants adult games? Come on. Goros, so you have nothing to lose in this life, come on. Your hands, your legs, your head, all these are called weapons. Hey, Islam, don't force me to talk to the Damascus steel. It doesn't talk much, it can explain only once. I hold myself many times, but sometimes there is a wish to punch an ugly face, especially when someone nags me. I see how he can punish his younger cousin. I was punished, now I have grown up. Let young people also grow. We have disobedient one there. Habib specifically abuses him, beats even him, specifically beats. Come on, let us show you dance, let's go. Now boxing, show this one. Let lecturing knees to beat knee too. This is my cousin. Hold your hands, good, come on. You cannot train a lot. At us, it is considered as a shame if you take offense at the father or take offense at the elder brother. If you're punished, it means you have deserved it. Better than only wrestling, I always liked MMA, where all its authorized beats, chokes, throws. I spoke to my father and always asked, transfer me to MMA. Transfer me to the fight. He spoke to me too early. You're only 17, 18 years old. He was always saying that it's too early. We've had a lot of injuries, the finger break, the arm break. In this regard, he always had problems. Height 178 centimeters, weight 76 kilograms, two-time world champion in combat sambo. Azerbaijani fighter was then Habib Nurmagomedov. At that time I was young, he was already experienced fighter. I just wanted to prove to my father that I was not at the level at which he used to see me. But for parents, we always remain children, and we went to this fight. Probably my father was nervous more than me in the locker room. I felt it. I won the fight ahead of schedule, made my opponent to give up. I was very happy. I went to my father and asked, "You doubted?" He laughed. The victory in the battle won Habib Nurmagomedov. Are you proud of your son? No, this is not by religion, not manly. It's not necessary to be proud. If you're given by God some talent or gift, there is no reason to be proud of. 16 fights, I thought much has been proved, however it wasn't. Many critics were there. I signed up in UFC. At that time it was considered impossible in Russia. I signed up and on my fight was ranked Russia's entire level of MMA. I wish that he fought in judo, an Olympic sport, but all the time he was saying, "I want to be a fighter in the UFC." When he was 16 years old, it seemed that this is such a comic dream. 3 months to prepare. All these 3 months I was thinking about it. There wasn't 1 second and I was thinking about something else. Even when I slept, I dreamed of how I'm going to fight. Rejoiced, then woke up the next morning. Turned out that it's nothing supernatural. Won? Okay, and what's next? Then won the second fight, won the third fight, and won the fourth. Now such serious emotional splash doesn't cause it in me. Habib, you can call him a pioneer. He was the first person who was subscribed to UFC. After him, UFC started signing other fighters from Russia. 8 UFC fighters. This is the first time we have gathered them at one table applauding. Look at the streets of Dagestan. Every second is with the broken ears. Who are they? Wrestlers? I just come to here to Dagestan. I'm just surprised. Where is in fact the kind of money? I mean, the Republic has not so good life, but the sports halls are perfect. Nowhere in any country in the world you can find it. Here are the best conditions for the martial arts, and the conditions are just as wrestlers. Now all these conditions will automatically move to MMA. My father is considered as the father of MMA in Dagestan. Because of my father grew up 4 UFC fighters, more than 20 world champions in combat sambo. I think that his merit is really hard to be eclipsed by somebody in future. My favorite game is chess. In the tactical plan, I very often overplay my rivals. You shall leave trash, be ahead of him by 2-3 steps. It's similar to chess. Give a pawn, took a horse. I very often approach cage. I shake it from below, up an angle, directly. It's also one of the methods to win the rivals, but we keep working on it. We even try to purchase the ticket close to rival's corner. We try to listen what is told in a corner by the rival, then it's translated to us. It's necessary to know what they're talking about in corner after the first round. It's very important information. I wasn't even on a single fight of Habib in USA because I got a list of 140 people whose visas were cancelled. My visa was also cancelled for 3 years. Well, even I didn't see my father. I felt 100% he would shout here, that I wouldn't stop, that I constantly kept moving, put pressure. And when I fought in a corner, I felt that my father is watching my fight on TV.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist.
In the psychological plan, it was very heavy to break the bow. It was the second fight when I was fighting on a strong will. I just kept pushing on him, went on him all the way, constantly attacked him, and won by unanimous decision. It was a very heavy fight. The fear can kill everything. It can bury everything. This photo is special to us. Whole Brazil was against us. Instead of 4 security guards, he was given additional 6 security guards, and he was conducted to a fight by 10 security guards. You shouted everywhere, "We'll make you eat this t-shirt tonight. We'll make you cook broth from a t-shirt." Brazilian fans were shouting.
Combination going, unable to find his range there, and Nurmagomedov floors him.
And then I knocked him out. There was such a silence.
Tavares is all but out here. That'll do it.
I felt like, where are you guys? Where am I? I felt like we're sitting on a commemoration. I climbed in a cage. All I heard was such a dead silence. I have such principle. I go to fight, the rivals go to the fight too. He's going to beat you, to choke and break you. So I'll direct all the efforts for a victory, and I'll fight up to the end. I had 40 days for the training camp. From them, 23 days I didn't train, got a leg injury. I was out of training. With a big risk, I came for a fight. He even didn't want to fight. He also wasn't fitting in his weight class, but eventually came out for this fight. I set a new UFC record for the most takedowns in a single fight with 21 successful takedowns. I've never dreamed to fly because I know that it's impossible. However, I fulfill the dream of others. I help them to fly an octagon. Your fight against Rafael dos Anjos, is it your favorite fight? Was it the most heavy fight? It's pleasant to me how I dominated him. I look at fight, he didn't have a chance to beat me. It wasn't even close. I don't want to praise myself. I just tell the facts as it was. He spent many forces to strangle me. I tricked him, doing some noises that he thought he's strangling me. Later he understood that he's not strangling me, and I let my head go. From this moment I've understood that he has given up in his soul. There comes such heavy moment when you have to decide to give up or not. Exactly at those moments the real champion is defined.
Habib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
I fought with Dos Anjos. My father couldn't come to me. My uncle came. It was really hard to lose weight without nutritionists. Habib weighs 88 kilograms today, and it's necessary to weigh 70 kgs, 400 grams. This is not easy to lose 16, 17 kgs. I tried to support and look after him, and I was really nervous when he was losing weight, especially the last 2-3 kilograms were hard to lose. Uncle says to me, "You have chosen such a serious career. where the best fighters of the world are gathered. 7 billion people from all around the world, and you're fighting with the 5th number in the world, and you're complaining of something? Well, in general, who told you that it would be easy? From the psychologist side in my head, I don't assume the slightest chance that I can lose. He was in work all the time, ate or slept or trained. It can't be this long. Organism has to have a rest, some break. He doesn't drink an alcohol or doesn't smoke. The person has to have relaxation. He practically, I consider, without interruption, has trained for 7 or 8 years without having a rest. Three traumas in a row. He didn't fight for 2 years. The best 2 years of his sport biography have been missed. He has been losing. He couldn't talk with anybody, couldn't see anybody or communicate. Here in this room he slept late and said, "I don't know how to be." It was like someone takes and puts you in a jail. It's like you were isolated, but you can go out for a walk to meet your friends. I thought God is showing that I have to leave MMA, but my father has over-persuaded me. He told that after all you have passed and now do you want to withdraw, and you're still speaking about character. The words of parents are everything for all of us. My son was born and I had to wait. The father will make a decision and will tell what name to choose. It looks like I'm an adult person. I'm 44 years old. However, nevertheless, I waited until my father raised a hand and told me to give him such a name. It's a valid tradition. This is the respect for parents. What the senior tell, that's true. For each father in Dagestan there will be one more father. All children gather around them. Wherever we are in USA or in England or somewhere else, we always come and gather near them. Restlessly is to us when they're ache, but other times near them it's always quiet. Before each departure I come to them and they constantly say to me, "We hope it's the last fight, you have proven everything." Then I come after the fight and they tell me to continue. Well, in this life God gave a lot of things to me. Sometimes I think, what for? I have everything. I didn't complain of anything. I've already received more than I expected and wanted. I consider that there are better ones than me deserved it, but God chose me. It means it's necessary to prove it. When the cage closes, there remain me and him. He doesn't think of anything anymore. He doesn't like to concede and doesn't want to give up his 0 in his MMA record. I want to be immortalized in the history of mixed martial arts as one of the best fighters of the world. It's one of the purposes which I pursue. Do not forget to hit the like button, please. Не забывайте ставить лайк на видео. And guys, subscribe for more videos. Не забудьте подписаться.